Hey Insiders, I love a good strength session and getting my heart rate up with a great cardio workout. But one thing that we need to be talking about more of is flexibility and mobility and how we can incorporate that more into our workouts. First, check out my fitness adventures from the past month. Then we'll be getting flexy.
I enjoyed fitnessing in Hawaii in July, including a hike to the top of Diamond Head, which was well worth it for this phenomenal view of the island of Oahu. It wouldn't be a true vacation for me without dropping into several gyms to get a feel for the local fitness community. Now that I've said aloha to Hawaii, let's get back to getting fit with Britt.
This edition of Get Fit with Britt is all about flexibility and mobility, and I'm joined by Mr. Merle Pearson and Mrs. Judy Pearson, group fitness instructors here in our area. First, why is it so important to continue to incorporate flexibility and mobility movements into your fitness routine?
Well, as we increase our age, as life goes on, we find out sometimes we get a little bit more on the stiffer side, and we sort of lock up a little bit, and that imbalance becomes a problem, and actually can become a very serious problem because you tend to potentially fall more, and falling
is bad.
Is bad.
Well, right, you had an incident with, you all have goats at your home, and
Yes.
so you had a little incident with the goats, and it led to this. However, because you're so fit, I'm sure that helped the injury not be as bad as it could have
Yes. Flex, our tendons and muscles stiffen and shorten as we age, and a lot of issues that people have with pain and mobility stem from that. So it's so important to keep the flexibility, keep stretching and lengthening the muscles and the tendons, and keep our range of motion. And helps keep you pain-free by keeping the stretching and flexibility.
All right, Mr. Merle, you were going to
Okay.
lead us through some stretching.
Some stretching exercise, but first we'll warm up a little bit, just
Okay.
a little gentle warm up. And starting with our neck, we'll bring our chin towards our chest. Your shoulders are up, back, and down. And then face forward, and then bring an ear towards the shoulder, facing forward. You don't have to try to overstretch, but just a gentle side to side. And then facing forward, turn your head to face over a shoulder gently. Other shoulder, other side shoulder, and just go shoulder to shoulder. And then face forward, bringing your chin towards the front of his shoulder, facing downward. And then the other shoulder, other shoulder, other shoulder. And facing forward, shoulders up, back, and down. Just roll those shoulders and loosened up and warmed up a little bit.
Why is it important to do a little bit of a warm-up before you get into your routine or your stretching?
Judy, go ahead.
You want to warm up and loosen the joints and the muscles,
Reverse.
and just warm up your body, get your heart rate coming up slowly.
And then some shoulder shrugs. It helps to avoid injuries. You don't want to start out doing heavy stretching. The muscles aren't ready. And then I widen my legs a little bit and roll the hips. Hips being where the largest muscle group is at. And then reverse direction. And bring the legs a little bit wider, bending the knees, drop down a little ways, and then inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And I like to work the hips a little bit more. Bring a foot forward, side, back, and center. Forward, side, back, and center. Forward, side, back, and center. We'll go on the other side. Forward, side, back, center. Forward, center. And let's go one more round. And then you might point the foot, flex, point, flex, point, flex, flex, and then roll the toes in one direction.
This feels
and
great
then
for my
reverse.
ankle.
Yeah. Okay, and other side. Wait, flex, wait, flex. And then bring your feet about hip width apart. Let's work a little on the posterior chain, largest muscle group. Okay, so your hamstrings, well, your quads, gluteal muscles. Place your weight into your heels. I like to place my hands here and then come down with the chest up, just like you're sitting in a chair. Just come part way down and up.
But this is a move, it seems you can adjust your
You can adjust the height,
range.
exactly. And if you have knee problems, you have to be very aware of how far you come down and up. You want to make sure that those knees track towards the toes and don't push out in front. You want to keep the knees back. Just like you're doing, sit down in a chair, and then you can come all the way down in your chair if you like. Oh, isn't this fun? Your quads.
You're firing up our quads, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we
Feel
could
the
reach.
burn.
We could reach one side, and we could reach another side, another side. We could stay here and talk for a while, and have a big conversation, and then we could come all the way up.
You know, my quads are burning right now.
Okay. We could shake that off.
Ooh.
Okay. Now we'll work a little more on the quads, and how about the hip flexors?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Bring a foot forward, other foot back. Okay, square up to the front. Now, if you have knee problems, you want to stay high. Okay. Now, raise the back heel, and you want to square to the front. Square your hips to the front. And just come down a little ways. We'll go 4. Get your balance. 3, 2, 1. And we'll switch sides. Step back, and then you could come deeper, square up. Don't fall over, watch your balance. I'm talking to myself. Down and up for 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is this also a move that it's important to remember to keep,
Keep
your
the chest up.
and not?
Yeah, you want to stay perpendicular, so you don't want to come like this. You want to go perpendicular to the ground. Excellent.
Thank you.
Yes, good job. And you can do a series of these types of exercise. And you work again your quads, the gluteus medius. Okay, so now feet about hip width apart. Let's come down and go 3, 2, 1. Step to the side wide. 3, 2, 1. In. 3, 2, 1. Other side wide. 3, 2, 1. In. 3, 2, 1. Other side. 3, 2, 1. In. Oh, that's so much fun. Bring your right foot back. Down. 3, 2, 1. Step. Same leg to the outside. 3, 2, 1. In. Same leg back. 3, 2, 1. In. Out. 3, 2, 1. Other side. 3, 2, 1. Step back. 3, 2, 1. In. Out. 3, 2, 1. In. Back. 3, 2, 1. In. Out. 3, 2, 1. And in. Okay.
It's the perfect combination of all
Nice
of the movements
combination.
that we did to start out.
Exactly, and you can do different counts and go through those, a series like that. And you can do several repetitions. It's, whatever you need in terms of numbers of counts and the extent of the exercise.
Awesome. Well,
So-
thank you so much for taking us through those stretches and
Yes.
those lower body movements that
Okay.
can help us to build those habits to be able to fitness for a lifetime.
Sure.
And it's especially important, as you were saying, sometimes that tightness in certain areas can lead to some aches and pains when you wake up in the morning. So it's important to remember to continue to incorporate flexibility and mobility into your routine. Well, thank you again for joining us for Get Fit with Britt. Keep up the good work. Remember, this is a journey that we are on as we build habits for a lifetime. So we will see you again next month.